In this video, I'm going to continue the designing of the JFrame, and I'm going to explain the basics of creating a JFrame window and adding components to the JFrame. So here we go. If we take a look at the NetBeans ID interface, you're going to see that we have a button here to view the source of the JFrame. So if we click on the source, we're going to see the source code that was written to generate the JFrame when NetBeans created when we created the JFrame in NetBeans. Some source code was generated for us, as you can see over here. I never typed this code that is being displayed here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to get rid of some of the pre-generated source code that NetBeans generated for us that's not going to be useful for us. For example, we are not going to need this main method that has been inserted for us over here, and there's also some look and feel code that has been generated over here for us, and we're not going to need that as well. So we're going to get rid of all this. But before we get rid of that, there's something I also need to explain to you. In this particular NetBeans, I have customized the editor colors to my own preferences, and you can customize yours by clicking on tools, options, and go to fonts and colors, and then you can select whatever language you are gonna customize its editor. You can see there is Java here, there is JavaScript, JSP, and so on. So you can select whatever language you wish to customize the editor, and you can now set the foreground and the background and the fonts for whatever language item you wish to customize, like I did. So that's why you are seeing me having a dark background in my editor and some green text, and you can see my keywords are shown on red. Okay, so back to the matter at hand. You can see that in my editor there are some certain lines of code here, actually comments, which are displayed in a kind of brown color, a deep brown. So this section of the code will contain variables that will be declared for the components that will be added to this JFrame. And you can see here they have added some comments that says variable declaration, do not modify, and this will also signal the end of variables declaration. I'm going to scroll up, and you can see that there's also another code that was generated for us, which says this method is called from within the constructor to initiate the form, and there's also a warning that we should modify this code. And you can see the content of this method is always regenerated by the form editor. So you can click on this plus sign to expand, and you can see we are also in that guarded region. We call it guarded region because you can modify the code that is generated in this region. Like for example, if I put my cursor in any of this code and press the backspace, here the beep sound indicates that this code from here to here is read only. Okay, so now why are they generating this code for us? You can see that there's some default layout that has been created for us for this JFrame, and that has been done in the init components method. And you can also observe that the constructor of the JFrame is invoking the init components method. Okay, so this init components method was generated for us by NetBeans, and when you instantiate an instance of this mainframe with this constructor, the init components method will be invoked. Okay, I actually like adding this so that I can recall or remember that any method that I'm referring to with the this keyword is uh, an internal method or a member of this class that I am actually writing the code in. As you must have recalled, the mainframe is an instance of a JFrame. You can see here it extends javax.swing.jframe, and as you must have recalled, I explained to you that the JFrame is a kind of window quite similar to our normal windowing applications, or your window in your Windows operating system. For example, this is a window, and the JFrame is simply a Java instance of a window. Okay, let's take a look at the Java API documentation and see what we can find over there. So I'm going to bring up the API documentation of Java. You can see here we have the Java Platform Standard Edition 8, because I'm using JDK 8. So I'm going to scroll down to where we have the Java SE API. I'm going to click on that, and we are in the API specification of the Java Standard Edition 8. Now over here we have the list of classes and packages. So here are the packages and here are the classes. I'm going to scroll down to javax.swing, and inside the javax.swing package we have a class. Here is a list of interfaces and classes. So we have a class called JFrame. So I'm going to click on that, and as you can see, the JFrame is a class, public class JFrame, which extends frame and implements these interfaces that has been listed here. Okay, you can also see from the inheritance tree that a JFrame extends a frame, that is a java.awt.frame, who in turn extends a java.awt.window. So that means, from what I said earlier, that a JFrame is a window. Okay, and a window is a container, and a container is a component, and a component is an object in Java. So this will all make sense to you when we start adding and creating components inside the JFrame, because components can be added into what we call a container, and a container itself is a component on itself. So here in the description you can see it says an extended version of java.awt.frame that adds support for the JFC/swing component architecture. You can find task-oriented documentation about using JFrame in the Java tutorial, in the section how to make frames, and we provided a link for you to go over to the Java tutorial and see on how to make frames. Or you can download this Java tutorial and check out the tutorials that covers the how to make frame section, or you watch my video tutorial that I'm explaining to you. So the JFrame class is slightly incompatible with frame. Like all other JFC/swing top level containers, the JFrame contains a JRoot pane as its only child. The content pane provided by the root pane should, as a rule, contain all the non-menu element components displayed by the JFrame. This is different from the AWT frame case, as a convenience, the add, remove, and set layout methods of this class are overridden so that the delegate calls to the corresponding methods of the contents pane. For example, you can add the child components to a frame as follows. You can say frame.add, and this child is a component that will be added to the frame. Alright, enough of the documentation. You can go ahead and read the rest and see if you will be able to understand the big grammar that has been written over here. So let's go over to the JFrame and add components to it. I'm going to minimize this window and come over back to NetBeans. Now before I add components to it, like I said, I'll like to get rid of this main method that has been generated for us, because we already have a main method. The main method was declared in our main class, recall. So the main class will actually start this JFrame and display it. Notice that in the init components method that NetBeans has set a default close operation for us, which takes as its argument the javax.swing.windows constants.exit on close constant. This actually will enable us to close the application and terminate the running of the application by clicking on the exit button. The exit button is the X button that is displayed on the window. You will see that in the row. So here is the layout for the frame, and we have this pack method which ensures that the frame is compacted to the components that are inside it. Alright, so let's go over and execute the JFrame. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to instantiate mainframe by typing mainframe, and then we're going to create a variable that will hold the mainframe that we're about to instantiate, and I would like to call the variable mainframe as well, and I'll assign it to the constructor that we had over here, which is this public mainframe constructor. So I'll say mainframe is supposed to new mainframe constructor doesn't take any argument, and I'll simply say mainframe dot set visible, and I pass in through in here. So the mainframe dot set visible, when we instantiate the mainframe, which is to create an instance of the mainframe as an object, you can pick the mainframe object and invoke the set visible method, which will make the mainframe to be displayed. Again, you can check out the API documentation to understand the set visible method that I just inserted here. The set visible method is actually one of those inherited methods from, I think it's a component. There should be a set visible method. Okay, the set visible method was inherited from java.awt.window. You can see it here. So if you click on that, you can read the documentation. You can see it shows or hides this window depending on the value of the parameter b. The parameter b is the boolean variable that will be passed in as an argument to the set visible method. If the method shows the window, then the window is also made focused under the following conditions. The window meets the requirements aligned in this is focusable window. Okay, I'm not gonna go into all that, but the set visible method shows or hides this window depending on the value of the parameter b. What that means is that if b is true, then it makes the window visible, otherwise it hides the window. And you can recall that the boolean variable is either true or false, so either it shows the window or it hides it. Okay, so that's enough for this particular tutorial. Okay, before I call it a day in this particular tutorial, let's run this application. So I'm gonna right click and run the main class by clicking on run file, and you can see we have this window come out over here. So that's how to create a JFrame and instantiate it and also make it to be visible. So I'm gonna stop this video, and on the next video we're going to continue and go from where we stop and add components and events to the window. So I hope you found this informative. See you in the next video.